Hi, thanks for tuning in to Solo Ventures with Vicky. Welcome to my show where I explore incredible countries around the world and focusing on solo female travel. As a backpacker, adventure aficionado, lover of the world, I found myself in some really odd situations, but I've also had some just wonderful moments too, where I'm happy to share with you. And of course, you can always learn from my mistakes as well as looking at a wonderful country just a little bit closer every week and sharing your memories. I'll be opening up to a question time at the end where you can ask any question and I'll be answering them as best as I can. Just get in touch via my social media platforms at Vicky E. Carter or on our stations as well, so at Women's Radio STN. And also I'll be looking at the perfect weekend break for you and playing you music on the move. So music that transports you to a travel memory or travel moment from artists we know and love and original unsigned artists. So this week we'll be looking at India again. Surprise, surprise. It's such a big country, okay? Don't judge. But we're looking at the most well-known state, Rajasthan. Rajasthan is filled with temples, palaces and forts. So if you are not a fan of either of those, then I would plan not to go to Rajasthan. No, joking aside, it is an incredible state and it's beautiful. And although if you aren't a fan of the history and the culture and the architecture that surrounds Rajasthan, there's still so many wonderful moments in the state as well. So, looking at Jaipur first, otherwise known as the Pink City, well, it's debatable. I'd probably say it's more orange. There's swirls of patterns and floral designs on the walls, and there's bazaars like literally selling everything from clocks to tea sets to artisan handicrafts. Talking about it now, I actually think of the sights and the sounds and the smells just taking me back to the hustle and bustle of that bazaar and the chanting of people selling stuff and like fresh food stalls on the corner. It's just another world. It's beautiful. So earlier I spoke about interesting architecture. So the other recognizable sites are Hawar Mahal, Amber Fort, Water Palace. There's also Tiger Fort as well. But if you'd like to get more in touch with nature, then I really recommend going to Ranthambore National Park. It has tigers there, loads of different animals like crocodiles and birds and deer and I've got to tell a story, okay? So when we were in Ranthambore National Park, so obviously, my experience of national parks is that you're very quiet around the wildlife. You're very respectful of the animals. You know, you don't want to intervene on their sleeping habits or whatever they're up to. But no, that was not the case in India. People were actually shouting out to the tigers like, "Oh, look, there's a tiger. Everyone, look, there's a tiger," which was interesting. But I think the tigers loved it. I think they were so used to it, their regular attention. At one point, the tiger kind of walked over really sassily and posed for all of our cameras and was like, "Yeah, I'm the main star of this attraction." So yeah, very interesting national park if you'd like to experience the Indian way. Another wonderful city in Rajasthan is Jodhpur, otherwise known as the Blue City. And to tell us more about the wonders in Jodhpur, let's hear from Shweta.
Hi Vicky, I'm Shweta from India. I'm happy to be invited on your show to share my favorite experience in Rajasthan. Rajasthan has all the color, chaos, history and beauty that you would associate with India. My favorite memory is attending a dawn concert here in Jodhpur at the Rajasthan International Folk Festival. My friends and I had reached the open-air venue just as dawn was breaking out. The music performance, with the sunrise unfolding, a slight nip in the air, the view of the majestic Mehrangarh Fort, and silence across the blue city of Jodhpur. It was absolutely magical. For more of my travel experiences within India and other countries abroad, head to my blog zestinatote.com. You can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. My handle is zestinatote across all these social platforms. Thanks for inviting me. Bye.
Thanks, Shweta, for sharing your memories on Jodhpur. Remember, if you want to share your memories of a location or your story, feel free to get in touch via womensradiostation.com or by our Twitter or Instagram, Women's Radio STN. Yeah, I had a lovely time in Jodhpur. We actually went to a wedding there. We were invited by a family we met on the train, and there was so much food. It was incredible. I mean, obviously seeing the couple in love was lovely as well, but the free food was a proper bonus. Next up, Udaipur, otherwise known as the romantic city in Rajasthan. And here we have Ridhima sharing her memories on Udaipur.
Hi, my name is Ridhima and I manage the blog called littlejoysandmore.com. Corresponding to my blog name, my birth state Rajasthan in India celebrates the spirit of life, the spirit of colors, the spirit of music, and of course, the spirit of little joys and more. I still cherish the time when I visited Udaipur, also called a city of lakes and Venice of the East. The former princely state of Mewar royally portrays the palaces and the forts in its truest form. Come by evening, a stroll near Fateh Sagar Lake is absolutely amazing. One can actually find the tastiest of food, of course. Also, the history, the inherited culture and legacy can be felt in the gardens, lakes, temples, market, and even amongst the people. As I say and as I conclude, Rajasthan is definitely a must-visit place in India.
Thank you, Ridhima, for sharing your memories on Udaipur. And finally, last but not least, a lovely place where I went to was Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer. It rolls off the tongue. It's where normally most people go to like camel ride in the desert. And growing up in the Middle East, I felt like I was back at home again. The searing heat, like the actual silence of the desert, and just sitting riding on a camel for just a really long period of time. It was beautiful. It was nice to go back to nature. And you can sleep under the stars as well. And it's traditional like goat herders wearing thobes and small villages. Yeah, it was an incredible experience. And if you have never experienced that aspect of a country, of the desert, then I really recommend you to do that. Most people head to Bikaner as well for more off the beaten track of trekking. Now, let's focus on music on the move. So here is an artist that we love, well, I really love, and who has a song in ode to her hometown and consequently is our focus of our weekend away today, London. It's Adele with Hometown Glory.
I've been walking in the same way as I did. I'm missing out the cracks in the pavement and tutting my heel and strutting my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could call? No, and thank you, please, madame. I ain't lost, just wondering. Round my hometown, memories of phrase. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I've made. How the wonders of my world, how the wonders of my world, how the wonders of this world, how the wonders and now. I like it in the city when the air is so thick and opaque. I love it to see everybody in short skirts, shorts and shades. I like it in the city when two worlds collide. You get the people and the government, everybody taking different sides. Shows that we ain't gonna stand, shows that we are united, shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand, shows that we are united. Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown,
So, a weekend away, London. Well, of course, there's the obvious tourist sites, the London Eye, Big Ben, Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, Tower Bridge, even though I do find it unusual that Tower Bridge is a tourist destination, because to me, it's really just a bridge, but it's beautiful in its own right. There's Trafalgar Square and St. Paul's Cathedral as well, but I really, really implore you to please take time to explore the free art galleries and museums. I mean, there's so many in London. Tate Britain, Tate Modern, the National Gallery, the National History Museum, the Science Museum, the V&A, the list goes on. But also, take the time to explore real London, have a curry and spot street art on Brick Lane, or find a hidden bar in Shoreditch. They really have some quirky ones, behind fridges and in a book club, or see a gig in Camden for an unsigned band, or go to Portobello Market in West London and browse antiques, Delve behind the ordinary touristic sights and sounds of London and explore the extraordinary and what makes London such a vibrant and diverse city. Now, let's look at music on the move. So music to transport you wherever in the world, but also bring you back memories. And today we're looking at the unsigned female talent, 22-year-old singer and songwriter, originally from Liverpool. And she's sung with Demi Lovato, Mel C. She's even performed at Wembley 3 times in the past 2 years. She loves having music as a platform to express her thoughts through songwriting, and she tries to create thought-provoking, inspiring music that pushes us to be our true selves and celebrate the amazing potential we all have. That sounds good, right? So here she is, Meg Birch with At War with the World.
Rather be on the floor than be on the middle ground. If I can't reach the top, I'd rather give up my crown. To be a success, take a leap of faith, 'cause choosing the safe option doesn't always keep you safe. Dream than be asleep. Yes, I would. I'd rather dream than be asleep. I'm trying. I'd rather dream than be asleep. A war with the world. Oh, I'd rather fly, be lifted high. Yes, I would. I'd rather fly, be lifted high. I'm trying. I'd rather fly, be lifted high. A war with the world. I
That was Meg Birch with At War with the World, a song all about the world trying to get you down but fighting back. Kick ass, love it. Check her music out on Meg Birch on all the socials, and if you'd like your music played on Music on the Move, get in touch. You can do via Women's Radio STN on Twitter or on Instagram or on my social media platforms as well, at Vicky E. Carter. Now, question time. Dum dum da da dum. So, what is the best way to sleep on a bus? Well, there is no easy answer. Basically, make sure that you're hydrated. Obviously, that's a given. But you also got to be careful that you don't drink too much, because then the awkward thing is that you need to pee and it might be an 18-hour bus journey. Make sure you have eaten and a meal that's safe with your tummy, not something risky before you take a long bus journey. And that you have snacks as well, because most likely you're going to be eating those snacks for breakfast as well. Do expect to stop off in the middle of the night. This is in my experiences in Asia. Do expect to, stop off in the middle of the night, maybe 10:30 or even later, because the driver wants to have his meal or wants to use the bathroom, and you all have to wait, and he'll shut the bus and not allow you to get back on. So do be advised that the bus journey caters around the driver's schedule. Definitely bring socks and lots of layers. Make sure you take them out of your backpack or your suitcase, because surprisingly the AC can be turned up really high and then you're frozen in the middle of the night. A travel pillow is always a winner. Comfy clothes and eye mask, and of course earplugs, just in case they decide to play movies all night long, or loud music, or there's someone snoring next to you. And remember that Valium is not the answer. Finally, finishing on a travel quote. Traveling solo does not always mean you're alone. Most often you meet marvellous people along the way and make connections that last a lifetime. That was Jacqueline Boone. I'll be back next week with a little bit closer on Iceland.